It is a great honor and a privilege to introduce Rivka, IIra, Sawitzky, your maiden name, but your married name is Cohen, and we're here in the beautiful retirement home in Ramat Gan.
Yes.
And IIra, you were born in Lodz in 1939.
Yes, January 30, January. This is my real date. Here my mother didn't speak such a well Hebrew when she came to Israel, so they wrote 25th of November, and it's not true. I was born on the 30th of January, 1939.
In Lodz, in Poland?
In Lodz, yes.
And how did
My mother, she grew up in Lodz.
And your family, her family, were they many years in Poland, and your father's family?
Yes, but her sister and two brothers, after a few years, they went to Australia. Because we have my mother's uncle. He went to Australia in 1937-38. So he was not during the war. He was not during the war in Europe.
And your father, he was?
My father, my real father, his name was Yaakov, not Sawitzky. What was his name? Stern. My father was Yaakov Stern. This was his name. But I don't remember that I met him ever. Because I was all the time, I was only with my mother. He didn't survive, I don't know, or he was killed, or we don't know what happened with him. My mother didn't know what happened with him.
Did your mother often speak about him?
She just mentioned that he was my father when I was born, and she didn't speak about him very, very often. Because she remarried here.
It is a great honor and a privilege to introduce Rivka, IIra, Sawitzky, your maiden name, but your married name is Cohen, and we're here in the beautiful retirement home in Ramat Gan.
Yes.
And IIra, you were born in Lodz in 1939.
Yes, January 30, January. This is my real date. Here my mother didn't speak such a well Hebrew when she came to Israel, so they wrote 25th of November, and it's not true. I was born on the 30th of January, 1939.
In Lodz, in Poland?
In Lodz, yes.
And how did
My mother, she grew up in Lodz.
And your family, her family, were they many years in Poland, and your father's family?
Yes, but her sister and two brothers, after a few years, they went to Australia. Because we have my mother's uncle. He went to Australia in 1937-38. So he was not during the war. He was not during the war in Europe.
And your father, he was?
My father, my real father, his name was Yaakov, not Sawitzky. What was his name? Stern. My father was Yaakov Stern. This was his name. But I don't remember that I met him ever. Because I was all the time, I was only with my mother. He didn't survive, I don't know, or he was killed, or we don't know what happened with him. My mother didn't know what happened with him.
Did your mother often speak about him?
She just mentioned that he was my father when I was born, and she didn't speak about him very, very often. Because she remarried here.
And IIra, when you came back to Poland,
Yes.
How long did you stay in Poland?
I can't remember how long. I can't remember. But I think a few weeks, maybe a few, more than few weeks. I was really then quite young. I can't say this. I remember things.
And you were only, after the war, you were like five were going on for 6.
Yes.
And when did you come to Israel?
In 1950. 1950. We used to live in the Ma'abara. When we came to Israel, they put us in the Ma'abara in Jerusalem. And this was a disaster for me. As a child, it was a disaster. Come over here. Sit down.
No, I want to sit here.
But before you came to Israel, were you living in Poland all the time?
No, I was living in Sweden.
So from Poland
Yes,
you
from
went to
Poland.
Sweden?
Yes, because my father actually, he had a brother who used to live in Sweden before the war. And he could ask us to come over to Sweden. So I had such a good life in Sweden. I went there to school. Unbelievable how I forgot the language.
And where in Sweden did you stay?
Rönningen is a small town, not far away from Stockholm, something with the train, maybe half an hour or an hour. Come over here, son. So I can go and sit there.
Wow.
They don't put on the air
And you were happy in Sweden?
Very happy. I had there such a good life. I spoke Swedish. I went there to school. Unbelievable. I was the only one Jewish in the Poland. And my real father, his name was Yaakov.
And did your mother try to look for him after the war? Or when did she know that he wasn't coming back?
During the war.
During the war.
He was volunteering to the Polish army. And he disappeared. And she didn't find him until the end of the war.
She
She didn't find him.
She never found.
And then it was a community. The American made a community to meet all the people, to all the survivors. And then she met a man, he was still single. His name is Moshe Sawitzky. And he adopted me.
Where did she meet him?
The American, they made a meeting for all the survivors in Lodz. And she met him there. He was still single. And they get together. And yes, and then after I think 2-3 years, when we went to Sweden, from Poland we went to Sweden, and in Sweden my sister, she was born in Sweden.
So your mother was married, was she still married in Poland for the second time?
Yes, I remember even the day that they get married. It was a rabbi, and it was a small party, and I was sitting there. I can't remember how old I have been. Actually, I should write it down, you know.
It's so important.
I told this to my 2 sons. I have 2 sons. And they said to me, Mom, you have to write it down.
It's so important.
Yes.
And
There are some details that I still remember.
In Sweden, were you happy there with your...
Yes, it was so great there.
And
we lived in a small village not far away from Stockholm. The name of the village is... I just said it before.
Yeah. And it was your father's relatives?
Yeah, my second father. I never met my first father. I never met him.
So it was when your mother remarried...
I have a photo that I was 3 months old with my real father and my mother. I don't know where this photo. I'm looking after this photo.
Wow.
Because I'm a baby, 3 months old, with my parents.
And was your the husband, your mother's husband, who became your stepfather, was he good to you?
Excuse me, I didn't
Was he good to you, your stepfather?
Yes, very good. He was because when he married to my mother, with my mother, he adopted me, and then after a while, my sister Hannah was born.
In Sweden?
In Sweden, yes. And I say until now that maybe they changed her because she was blonde with blue eyes, look exactly like a Swedish girl. But my mother was also blonde and blue eyes. I had the colors from my mother's brother Oscar. He had my colors, my brother Oscar. He loved me so much, Oscar and Nochem. Oh, I really missed them. But they went to Australia. They lived in Australia until they passed away.
And what made your parents decide, your mother and your stepfather, to come to Israel in 1950?
We used to live in Sweden, and then came from Israel, I think two or three men, and they came to us in Sweden, Röninge. The place where I used to live is Röninge. And they said, why are we living here? It was in 1950, when Israel was still so young, and there was nothing here. And we had such a good life in Sweden. And he said, why are you staying here in Sweden? Come to Israel. And they brought us to a Ma'abara.
How did you go? Did you go by boat?
Boat, yes.
Do you remember the name of the boat?
I think it was, is it possible Herzl?
Could be.
Is it possible Herzl, the boat? I think so. It was terrible, the boat. I didn't feel well, I remember it was very, and we were down together with so many people. My God, it was terrible, it was terrible.
And coming to Israel, were your parents very Zioni?
My father, yes. He was in the, what do you call it, when he was young, his parents, they have not been so religious, but he went to a religious party, but afterwards he was not religious anymore. When he grew up, he was not, because he said the life that he survived, he cannot be religious anymore. So he didn't like to be religious. But I'm not religious, but I believe in God, and I pray for everything, for good. And I say, Baruch Hashem, everything, yes.
And Eric, can I ask, when you came to Israel, were you accepted? Did you make friends with the Israeli children?
We have been in the Ma'abara with Moroccan, Iraqi, and
this was in Jerusalem?
Swedish. In Jerusalem, yes. It was in Beit Vagan. It was a Ma'abara, and there were a man. He was looking after us. He knew that we were the only one that we came from Sweden, because the others came from Iraq, from Morocco, and from other countries, from Arabian countries. Yes, we were the only one.
But did you make friends as you grew up with the other Israeli children?
Yes, I went to school there. I went to school, and I met them there. But to tell you the truth, I didn't like them. They had another behaving.
And
not to compare to the European. They had another.
And when you went to high school?
I did, because we moved from one place, from one Ma'abara to another Ma'abara, so I didn't have a very high education. I didn't go to high school, but when I grew up, So I had an uncle and an aunt. They lived in Tel Aviv. They came to Tel Aviv in 1938, and they didn't have children, so they adopted me. I mean, not adopted in the court, but I was living by them. Yes, in Tel Aviv. Not far away from Teatron Ohel. You remember it was a Teatron Ohel?
And did you speak about the Shoah to your mother or to your friends?
Yeah, my mother didn't stop to talk about the Shoah. Sometimes I said, Mama, I can't hear it anymore. Stop talking about, I can't anymore. She said, you know what I get through with, what I went through with you.
And did you speak to your children about the Shoah?
Yes, I told them, yes, but not too much. Not too much. My both sons, they because I was married, I get married with an Israeli. His parents, they came from Russia in 1999, when Tel Aviv existed. Tel Aviv, 1909, Tel Aviv. And
And Eric, can I ask, what message do you give?
Sorry?
What message do you give to the future generations and to your children and
To
grandchildren?
be good to everyone, not to be angry. Be happy what you have, because I didn't have much to eat. So when I get once in a week a piece of white bread, I was eating it so slowly. Because it was the black bread. No, you don't say black bread.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, but you understand me.
And you're happy you lived in Israel?
Yes, I am happy that I'm living here. I have my own family, 2 boys, and they're coming to visit me from time to time.
So, Ira, thank you so much. I'm so grateful to you. It's been such an honor and a privilege to be with you. And
I had the same privilege.
it's just that you survived and that you're smiling all the time. And you went through a lot. You're very positive.
Thanks God. Thanks God that I don't have any complex, you know. I'm happy.
It's wonderful.
I know that I had very hard times, but now, thanks God, I have my 2 boys, family, and I'm living here. I like this place very much. Actually, my son found it for me.
Eric, can you give a blessing to everybody being a survivor?
Yes. First of all, I wish everyone to be healthy and be happy. Life is good. Survive a good life. Smile, always smile. It's so good to smile. Not to think only of bad things. Just think for the good future and that everything will be the best.
Eric, thank you so much. Shana Tova, and I cannot thank you enough, Ira.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All of Hashem's blessings. It's been such a privilege, really.
Thank you very much. It was a great pleasure to talk to you, and I'm so happy that at least I can a little bit, I can't say a lot, but a little bit that I could help.
Tremendous. Thank you so much, Ira. Thank you.